With the topic? All right.
Yeah, we'll cut this part out. All right, guys,
Yeah.
welcome back to episode
Keep it in.
3 of No Fouls Given, where we might keep changing our name, but y'all will still remember the game. So much has happened since our last episode. The Halliban was intercepted. Johnny refused to do the pod to attend the Pride Parade in OKC. Listen, don't skip that part, Johnny. You refused to do the pod because you wanted to attend that parade in OKC, the Pride Parade. Powerhouse teams are dismantling themselves, and the losers are going all in. Also, the boys are equal opportunists, assholes. So we will continue to do some more Reddit submissions and maybe terminate the male species today. But though to the victor goes the spoils. So Johnny, how you feeling about this projection that you had that OKC was gonna win it all, and from starting from that closeout game in Game 7? What do you got for us?
I feel validated, vindicated. Uh, I feel smart. I feel like I called it. I feel like a historian, a connoisseur. I mean, you name it, man. I hope everyone can, read my name on this today's podcast because it's really a sentiment for how I live my life, actually.
Oh yeah,
This
how?
is since I was a young man. I grew up hating the Pacers. No, I'm playing. I feel like I said, vindicated, man. The Here's the thing. OKC was always supposed to win. They were always the favorites going in, right?
Going
But
in.
Pacers
Going in.
showed themselves to be a force, man. And I mean, at the beginning of the season, I would love to have known what the odds were for the Pacers to make the finals because I know they were low as hell. And long and behold, with the leadership of Tyrese Halliburton, and then his partnership with Pascal Siakam, former Raptor. I talked a lot of shit about him, but he played his ass off. He
Yeah.
played his ass off, and they showed themselves very well, man. I think they should be the favorites in the East next year. Um, and I think that their future is bright, man. Well, since Tyrese is not going to be coming back, I guess he might miss the whole season, maybe not. But the year after, man, they're right in it again. So
Yes.
good for them, but they were never going to, unfortunately, win. And the Pacers won't ever win, might not ever win a title. So, I mean, I feel bad for these two over here, man. I'm a happy man. SGA Game 7, he showed up. He wasn't as efficient as he usually is, but it was the others, bro. Just like Shaq says, the others really showed up. Jalen, he had Jay Will, he had a great game, and they had, just contributions from everyone, and I think it was an all around effort, and it was the defense, back to the defense. So yeah, man, those are my thoughts. I think defense wins championships. That was proven again here, and better luck in a couple years to the Pacers, man.
Do you think OKC can repeat?
I think repeating is really hard, man. These days in today's NBA with its talent, I mean, the last team to ever repeat was the Warriors, man, and they had the greatest top two, top three greatest teams in the NBA history at that point, right? With those guys on that team, five Hall of Famers, and before that it was LeBron James, and basically what I'm saying is you need a certain level of greatness over the rest of the field to be able to repeat. I'm not sure, man. There's a lot of chinks in the armor of the Thunder, so they
Yeah.
can easily be beat, man. It's a wild card for next year, I think.
All right. Well, we had enough bullshit from the fucking Pacers colleague over here, up here, but the victors. He was a victor in this bet, and I think we do owe him something, Akash, but we'll never do it because we don't stay true to our bets. Fuck you,
Yeah,
fuck Toronto,
No,
fuck
no.
SGA, fuck Brampton, fuck everything you stand for, brother. But
yeah.
no, Johnny had some good points. Akash, as a homegrown Indiana fan, man, how tough was watching Game 7 for you?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I saw Halliburton go down, it just took the life out of me.
How'd you feel
And
though when Halliburton his start though before he went down? It
dude,
wasn't a long one, but
dude, I was screaming.
yeah,
I was like, this is easily in the bag. I was thinking about, okay, how am I gonna get to Indy? Because I have my dog with me right now.
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm getting in my car and driving tonight and staying at Bunny's house
yeah,
because I was
Yeah.
ready to be in Indiana, even though I had work to do at Dallas.
yeah,
But after those three threes and the way he like when they called that time when OKC called that timeout and the way Halliburton walked off the court and said BAN, like
Yeah.
we knew he was gonna take over. He was gonna put up 40-point game up. And here's the what was the sad part about it was he hadn't had his best game in the finals yet, and that was showing his best game in the finals. shots.
Let it out, brother. Let it out. Do you think?
It was bad, man.
Yeah.
Like, and we would have even like we had a lead going into the halftime because there was still momentum from Halliburton being in the game. Let's not forget that at all.
Yeah.
But I think by the third quarter and the fourth quarter, like it just got away. And
Yeah.
TJ McConnell was a person who was still trying to keep them in the game, but that's the problem with the Pacers, and that's what I was kind of thinking. Like with Halliburton being so important for them, he is a facilitator. He's a true point guard that gets everybody open and makes sure that they're gonna get a good shot up. And once they lost their facilitator, they're like, "What the hell are we gonna do now?"
Do you think? So this is a question for both of you guys. If one adjustment that I was thinking about that they could have made, since one of the players was playing aggressively nonstop through Game 7, which was TJ Halliburton, for some reason couldn't find the paint. Do you think that they should have ran Halliburton and TJ together to give Halliburton more shots, open shots, as that way the double team would have been a little bit more spread out instead of having one of them in at a time, and then the double teams were kind of killing both of them, but TJ was still had more balls to just keep going in and keep trying. What do you think, Kosh?
No, I think the rotation was fine in my opinion because Andrew Nemhard,
Yeah, Nemhard. He
he
held
is
on defense. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was so like that's the issue what people had with Klay Thompson too.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson was clamping
Mhm.
on defense,
Yeah.
and by the time he got to the offensive end, he is tired. And man, I give you good respect. Like Nemhard, you did your job. You were guarding the MVP and the highest scoring person on the team. So like he could not have done all of it. So that's why that rotation was happening between TJ and Halliburton. So I don't know. I agree with what Rick Carlisle did.
Yeah. Man, Game 7 was devastating. I mean, I've just been here for a few years, but bandwagon bunny, I gotta jump on the bandwagon, especially if it's my city, right? I bleed the 317. I was gonna get 317 tatted on me that night. I had the tattoo appointment booked. I spent $300 on fucking jerseys. God knows what the bar tab was. Everyone knows what the parlay tab was, right? Which I lost too by one player, Obi Toppin. Couldn't give me 10 points. Gave me 0 points. Payout of 6,100. Right? I hit all of them. But besides him, it was very devastating. I think Tyrese was about to have a phenomenal game. I think it would have still been tight because OKC did show that they had their foot on the gas throughout the whole game, even afterwards when they could have let off a little bit. So it would have been a tight game, but I feel like there would have been some kind of Tyrese magic that could have happened. And I know when it comes to sports, you're talking about magic versus statistics. But man, it's been magical to watch this Halliburton ride. Like, if there was an award for Player of the Year, not MVP, but just a phenomenal player that you wanted to watch a game of, like you wanted to see what the fuck he's gonna do next, and maybe it's a player or team. It was the Indiana Pacers, right? Because it was collectively their efforts. I think through the last 20 games, man, they were down so many games, like 20 points, 15 points, 18 points going into the fourth, and they pulled it out to get that fourth seed. And I think fourth seed was perfect because they were battle tested. If they had an easier route, then they maybe wouldn't have been as prepped as they were. And also shout out to Rick Carlisle too, right? It's Hall of Fame coach right there, but they wouldn't have been as prepped as they were to take on the OKC Thunder to 7 games. Do you guys think that this OKC Thunder, though, team is one of the best OKC Thunder teams of all time?
No.
No way. All right, man.
This is the second best team. I still think the team with Harden, KD, and Westbrook.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, I understand why you're saying that, Akash, because you don't like winners. You don't like winners. So I mean, I don't think like that, right? I think about these, bro.
I made my judgment. I made my point. Like, listen, that team was facing a young LeBron, a young D Wade, Chris Bosh, the first big 3 after the whole Celtics dynasty or Celtics superstar, whatever they created. Like, these young cats were facing sort of the veterans now, kind of, or like in their prime players.
They even had Coke and come through too. Yeah.
And the way they went through the West, even they were beating, I don't know who they beat, but probably like Portland, Kobe,
Lakers. Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. Kobe and them, and
And I
then
think the
Mavericks
Mavericks.
probably
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're already going through a tough schedule with Hall of Fame players. Now I'm not saying the West right now doesn't have Hall of Fame players. They do, but these are all young cats. And even the Spurs actually. Let me back that up a little bit more. The Thunder beat the Spurs with Kawhi Leonard, mind you not, because the next year the Spurs made the finals and lost. So you cannot say they had an easier route. They had the hardest route, and then they faced another harder route. But this time, OKC, they faced a bunch of injured players and a bunch of young
Whoa.
cats.
Sounds salty, man.
Akash came with the
No,
facts. Yeah.
I'm just saying these are
Yo, you
all
want
young
some,
cats,
brother? You want
and
some
they're injured.
loon? You want some loon on that sandwich?
Nah, numbers
No.
don't lie. Go ahead, Akash,
Nah.
finish up.
They would have been out the second round, period, if some of these players were already healthy, full 100%, and they had a full team like that. Or if it was like even Portland Blazers from back in 2012, they would have been out the first or second round easily.
Let's just remind everyone before
Wow.
Johnny let you give your take on this, right? Best OKC team of all time. OKC was bounced last year. Bounced.
Yes,
They were
by
bouncing.
Mavericks.
Yes.
No, by my Mavericks that made the finals.
Yeah. So with a Kyrie and a Luka, I mean, come on. So
And I think it was 6 games, by the way, not even 7 games.
Yeah.
Mavericks didn't take them to 7 games, took them to 6 games, and that's it.
that's it. So Johnny,
Yeah.
best team OKC a team of all time. What do you think?
I think, yeah, you know what? All jokes aside, yeah, that 2012 team was nasty, and they take out a lot of legends, right? I mean, Kobe had just won a ring a couple years prior, and he got taken out. He was playing very well when he got taken out. The Mavs got taken out, right, as Akash mentioned. So they'd have a crazy run that year, and I mean, the thing that's hard, right? When you're comparing these teams now is that we also know the greatness of what was to come on that team in 2012. 3 MVPs on one team. And I think that adds to the lore a little bit too, right?
Unlimited scoring titles.
Unlimited scoring title.
That's it. Right?
Triple
Unlimited
double
scoring titles.
records. It's being set.
How many MVPs between 4 MVPs between them, man? Like, what a by the way, what if there's ever going to be a what if in NBA history if that team stayed together, man?
Yeah.
That was something else, man. They missed out there, but yeah, it's honestly it is hard, man. I think this year, like Akash mentioned, there were some injuries, and like obviously the Pacers, which helped OKC, and Anthony Edwards wasn't 100% either, but still, I mean, you had to go through a gauntlet, man. They went through Jokic. He's the best player in the NBA by far, steps ahead of anyone else. And he was a monster that series. I mean, the guy was just like a wizard running the offense. And Aaron Gordon played fabulously too that year. So you got to give him that. They went through them. They went through the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, like, I'll say this. Right now, OKC is going through future Hall of Famers. Right, so there's a lot of Hall of Famers OKC ran through this year. They ran through. So I know Tyrese got hurt, but you put Tyrese in there. You obviously Jokic, who's top 15 all time. Then you put in Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. I mean, these boys beat a lot of teams to get here, man. And then obviously the Wolves, Anthony Edwards. No, I don't think they beat the Suns. That's a misfire on my part. But yeah, a lot of Hall of Famers, man.
And the funny that you mentioned Jokic, because I did forget that series, and that series did go to Game 7. You have to understand, like, and I give my full respect to OKC. You guys got your flowers, great. But Jokic, well, not even Jokic. The Nuggets, first of all, they're on their backup coach. Their main head coach was fired 30 days before they went into the playoffs. And this guy has something what he's doing, but he hasn't even been around with a full season with them. Second of all, Aaron Gordon is hurt. He's off a broken hamstring. I mean, he's got a torn hamstring pretty much, and he's just going at it out there and just like, I'm just gonna try.
You still go to Game 7, right? And I think that's
and you still go to Game 7.
I think one thing we all agree on is they will not repeat. Go ahead.
So I have a question for y'all, because how y'all are speaking is insinuating certain things about how y'all feel about this ring. To both of you guys, is this a legitimate championship?
Yeah, I mean,
You have to give it to them.
yeah, I don't think there's no illegitimate championship. You're going against the best of the best. USA, USA, USA. We have the best fucking players that even from players from overseas want to come play for USA. Like if SGA, right, wanted to play for fucking Team Canada and that's all he wanted to do, play for those like Canada small leagues, then he would have stayed there. But he wanted to play for the best. I think we have the best. We have the best talent, and every ring. And I know you. I know
Not
Kosh
me,
will
not
agree with
me.
me on this, but if Johnny's gonna say something stupid,
No,
I can
I'm
still
not.
see it. The LeBron bubble ring too, that they call the bubble ring. It's fucking. Like, I don't care if people want to be there or not, or what the talent was at what level, right? Like we went through those teams, we won that championship. SGA this
We.
year had a run, right? And every year, that's the thing. Like Michael Jordan did not have a tough run every year. Like, some of the greats did not have a tough run every year. And I think that's where it gets a little shaky, where people are like, "Oh, is this a real ring?" It's not. Like, I mean, that wasn't a real parade, though. I do have to say that. Like, that was the fucking most fugazi parade there was.
Yeah, it was a sad parade.
Championship celebration. Like, I think these guys are too. This generation is just like they don't understand what they've done for the city, what they've done for history, right? But that's a whole different topic. But I think it's a
Okay.
real ring. What about you,
All right.
Akash?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Give them their respect. Like they
Yeah,
were number one team
yeah.
in the
Fuck them, but
West.
yeah,
Number
Realest
one
ring,
team in the
bro.
West,
yeah.
and even
Mhm.
like combining it with the East. Like these dudes were beating every single team day in and day out.
Mhm.
Again, young team have the stamina, have the endurance to go out there and knock on wood, not get injured, and kind of stay healthy throughout the year.
Now,
So
I do think if the Pacers won as rankings of best teams of all time, I don't know where they would be, but they would be higher than this OKC team by 20, 30 spots.
I don't know. I'm
Oh,
not sure.
if
I'm not
the
sure, man.
Pacers won
I'm
from
not
fourth
sure.
seed, the work that they did towards this number one team that everyone's been talking about for the last 3 years, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. And they took them to game 7 with the craziest odds of winning. They would be ranked at least 15 to 20 spots higher in the all-time teams. I'm not saying top 10, top 20, but
Yeah.
to accomplish at least top
Tough.
30, like OKC can't even be in that conversation of like they would have to do something spectacular, like a dynasty. I feel like if they win 2 more chips, then they're in the conversation of okay, this is a fucking great team. But if they don't, then I don't know. But then you look at the other side, it's like, well, they didn't buy a bunch of players. They drafted all these players, right? So
Mhm.
they're, I mean,
develop.
that's a whole different thing. But yeah, what do you think, Johnny Akash? Do you think this is an all-time great team anywhere in that top 100 list?
So I'll say this: if they had lost, the only reason I would say I wouldn't put Indiana, if it was a Game 7 tough game and they lost, the reason I wouldn't put Indiana ahead all time is because it's taken to the context the entire season, and they were a 4 seed. They were not spectacular during the regular season. I know it's when you kind of greatest team, you have to take all that into consideration. So it would be tough. I think they would be close together. Maybe Indiana would be considered greater, but I mean, man, this team. Think about it in like 3 years. J Dub is about to be all NBA, all and he's about to go into that second tier, second team all NBA. Believe me, man, we can make a lobster dinner bet right here if y'all want. He's gonna be second team all NBA next year. I'll make a lobster dinner bet right now.
He can be
I
second
could
team,
see
first
that.
team. I'm saying they cannot do how much they struggle this year. If the West is healthy, they're not
Yeah,
gonna be able to do anything
yeah.
next
I don't.
year.
I don't
I
think
could
it's. Yeah.
if Halliburton was, even if they lost with Halliburton, right? If
Hmm.
they kept that core group together next year, they're back in the finals. It doesn't matter
Hmm.
who the fucking East inflates their teams with. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
none of the players that went down were even a threat. Jason Tatum and Damian Lillard, like to me, they were not a threat for the Pacers. We would have washed their ass too, right? So
Well, they were already down like in the whole series.
yeah,
Damon, like both of those teams were already down the series. Like them just like hurting did not affect either helping them or not helping them.
yeah.
Period.
The
I
true help the East got was Halliburton getting hurt. Like
Yeah.
that, not really opened everything up.
I
Not
mean,
fucking these
bro,
other guys.
Halliburton and Tatum, bro. East is wide open.
Dude, tape.
East is wide open. East is wide open though.
I mean, I'll let you just have
We'll
that
get back
one.
to that.
Yeah,
We'll get back to that later.
we'll talk about
We'll
that
talk
some
about
other
that
day.
later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that some other
so-
Hold
day.
up, before we leave off this topic though, you
Yeah.
know, I was talking to one of my boys about this. I was like, listen, man, this whole Halliburton injury. I think the way he played Game 6, by the way, because we didn't have a podcast between Game 6 and 7.
Mhm.
Game 6 was impeccable for the whole Pacers, man. These dudes were running.
Yeah.
Halliburton was playing great. He had the same injury that he was dealing with. But did you see a difference between Halliburton Game 6 and Game 7? He was careful Game 6, but
Mhm.
in Game 7, he got so much into the game that he thought he did not even have the injury after those 3 threes.
Yeah.
The adrenaline got so much into him. He's like, fuck it. I'm just going to go the way I usually do it. And that's where he made the mistake.
That's the balls, right? And the only other player that has those type of balls that I can remember,
Kobe
obviously in the 90s and 80s, yeah, Kobe. But Kobe, man, Game 1 he doesn't want to lose. So Kobe had those balls, but Game 7 players, man, he's not even close. I'm not saying he's close to the talent of this guy, but like a Curry, like, dude, do you think Curry's not going to give it his all? Even if he has to put up 30 shots or 40 shots, whatever, he's going to go all out. And this man literally came out, I'm Steph Curry. Fuck Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I am that guy.
Out. He was pulling out.
In this new NBA, it's very rare. Like, I thought SGA was going to turn up like that in the whole series.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, honestly, he's very smooth and fluent with his shots that I think he's, I don't know if I would say overconfident, but he's very confident that, you know, like I'm not gonna have really a bad night. Like that 14-point game, like that was rare, right? But so players that have 14-point games and 30-point games and these mismatched games, right? They can have that dog in them, like Halliburton has. I feel like, dude, that's a trait very rare players once in a while come out with. Even my boy LeBron. Bro, he doesn't sometimes have that at all, right? He's shown he's got it a little bit, but I say Curry has that more than I've seen in any player. If it's could be against Jokic, fully healthy, Murray, fully healthy, Denver Nuggets, I got my money on Curry. Like, if it was, yeah.
Yo, I can't let you disrespect LeBron, man. I think
Bro,
LeBron has that and more.
No,
like
Game
games.
Game 6 against the Celtics,
Bro,
2012.
that was
who are
a
you
long time
talking
ago.
to? Who are you talking to? I'm the biggest LeBron Glazer there is.
I know,
Of
but
course
I'm
he's
saying-
got it. Of course
No,
he's got it,
he's
but
got
He has it more, bro. He has it more.
No, Curry has it more.
In big games, in deep playoff runs, big games and deep playoff runs, LeBron James, bro, his game winner against the Chicago Bulls
Okay,
when they were down 2-1.
here's the difference.
I can keep going, bro.
Here's the difference, right? No. There's
Fine, this is for another day, but I
like,
disagree.
off the back, right? Like, yo, the team's on my back versus making the right decisions, Game 7, right? LeBron's going to do the right decisions and put up his points, and then hopefully maybe in the fourth quarter, last 2 minutes, he'll go off too, right? It's been 50-50, but I feel like just the team's on my back. If we lose, it's on fucking me. I feel like Halliburton has that, like, the blame's got to come on me. Like, I fucking suck. And that's what Curry's had. Like, I was awful. Like, I'm going to be the one to get us there, right?
The way his Celtics championship was versus the Celtics and the way he stepped up, like, that shows you he's like, I got to step up to this moment and I got to take over in order for us to win this championship. And he did it.
Hallie and
All right,
Curry
boys, this
are going to
is,
shoot first always. But
I agree,
they got the
I agree.
ball.
I vehemently disagree. We'll talk about this in another pod.
yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna come
LeBron
hard.
versus Curry.
let's go.
Let's go, guys. So
Okay.
we got some winners and losers for NBA trades. Quick thoughts on Bane for KCP, and I think first round picks, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Memphis,
first
John Morant, dog, but
Mhm.
you know that West is tough, man. If you're living in Memphis, you're like, what the fuck? Why are we not in the East? They would do some damage in the East, but I mean, what do you guys think? Like, you're taking your second, more reliable, I feel like, point guard away for KCP. I know it wasn't for KCP. They're trying to rebuild with the 4 picks, and trying to build around John Morant. But I don't know. Like, what do you guys feel about that? Like, trade, real quick.
Let's put it this way: who won that trade and why?
Yeah. I think. I mean, for me personally, I think Orlando won that trade more. Memphis is a hard destination, and first 4-round picks for Memphis to land some potential draft picks, draft players in the next 4 years, or however many the picks are for. If it's just all for the next 2 years, it's going to be hard. But the talent recently has been coming up pretty good from the draft. So, but yeah, I mean, they're a small market team, right? So I don't know. To me, I feel like Orlando right now, because Bane is much more consistent than Ja, and he's much more fucking aggressive, and he can body some players. So I think for me, Orlando. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Easily Orlando, guys.
Yeah.
Easily Orlando.
Yeah.
I mean, the team is already excellent. Like, they have
Yeah.
so much young talent, right? Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Jalen Suggs. Bro, the team is stacked. And now on top,
Destination-wise, too.
yeah.
Orlando, Florida versus fucking Memphis, right?
100%,
Yeah.
man. And then adding to that, you're adding, Baines, who is proven to be a 20-point plus scorer. Yeah, every season.
Yeah.
Him and that Memphis team were a force. He was the second best player until, Triple J got his wings. But for a while in some of those playoff series, he was the second best player alongside Ja Morant when they were making those deep runs.
Yeah.
Before Ja's gun issues.
Yeah.
Now he's on the Magic, right?
Starting.
Now he's on the Magic, bro. That team, they needed someone else who could create their shot other than Paolo Banchero now.
Yeah.
Now they have that guy. And he's a veteran, man. And he's a great defender, perimeter defender. Watch out for the Orlando Magic, man. They're going to be a dark horse next year, so.
Ball to Cleveland, right?
Dude.
Who wanted that one?
They'll get better. Like, I was gonna mention that with like the whole Orlando trade. I think the East is so wide open now. I think the top 3 teams that are gonna be contending for that championship next year from the East side is honestly gonna be Cavaliers, the Knicks, and Orlando Magic. And my honorable mention would be Philadelphia 76ers if Joel Embiid doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I feel like depends on how many minutes he gets. Unfortunately, I've seen him get more minutes, and he played well enough for his first couple of years, which every player is developing, right? And he played on some really bad Laker teams. So it depends on his minutes. If you just want him to come off the bench, give you 16, 17 minutes, I don't know how much production you're going to get off him. But with Spider's injuries, he might get a little bit more playing time. Yeah. So I think there's hope for him to pop off. But man, I would love to see him play with his brother in Charlotte.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah, yeah. But that franchise is fucked too. They can't make a right decision if it came to them. But what you got? Any thoughts on Ball to Cleveland, Johnny?
I think it's really interesting, man. I mean, before
it's a good fit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Why am I hearing screaming, bro? Am I losing my mind?
That's on Johnny. That's on Bunny, I mean.
Yes, the dogs, I think.
Oh, yeah. Bro. I was like, yo, is there like a sex scene being filmed next door or something?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I think with Lonzo Ball, he was a great player before his injury, right? On the Bulls. He was playing really well.
Yeah.
He was a starting point guard. He could be a starting point guard on a team that could make a really deep playoff run at that point. He was getting triple doubles. His 3-point shooting was completely on point. I guess the real question is, which Lonzo Ball are the Cavaliers getting? Are they getting an injury-prone Lonzo Ball who's going to be inconsistent, not be able to get on the court? Or are they getting that Lonzo Ball who was an excellent perimeter defender, great facilitator, could run teams, would be, in this case, would be an excellent six-man? It really depends, man. I think it seems a little bit like Cleveland scrambling. It's a really interesting move.
Yeah,
it seems like they're panicking a little bit, and it probably has to do with the fact that they had the number 1 seed in the East, and again, they choked in the second round, because we all know Cleveland Cavaliers are the 2014 Atlanta Hawks at this point.
Yeah.
Literally, man. They're going to be for a little bit now, honestly. I think, sorry to cut you off, Donovan Mitchell is going to finish his career in Cleveland, and they're going to be that Atlanta Hawks team all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy, right? So you give 4 picks for Bane. Man, imagine you save those fucking 2 picks, and just like Mitchell hopefully just has a bad year with Cleveland. He's pissed off. He's looking for a trade. Imagine Orlando, what they could have done, Bane, fucking, and my boy Mitchell. But so Boston right now is dismantling their roster, right? They got rid of Holiday and Porzingis. fucking Lakers dumbass can't believe we couldn't even get Porzingis. Like, I know he only plays half the season, but brother, that's whoever gets Porzingis, it makes him a contender. I feel like for someone that comes off the bench, or even if he's starting, right? I feel like he's a good center for this new NBA.
Well,
So
I think you got Luca and LeBron helping you out, bro. LeBron got Timothy Mozgov a $20 million contract for being trash.
yeah,
If he's
yeah.
not playing with LeBron,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, exactly. So we'll see. I mean, they just changed ownership. We'll get to that. But so yeah, Boston is dismantling the roster. They're even looking for trading Jaylen Brown. So Boston, what do you guys think? It's a smart decision for Boston to? They've already started to dismantle the decision, or it's a really bad decision on their end. So what do you think? As a win or loss?
You want me to go first, man? It's interesting, man. It kind of draws me back to this panic thing that they're doing. That some teams are doing. Celtics lost their best player for the next year. They feel like, they should have repeated. Now they're scrambling a little bit. Missoula had a horrible, horrible playoffs. Just horrendous coaching. Couldn't change his plan up a bit. Just jacking up 3-pointers. It didn't work. And so I think they're scrambling a little bit. The good part is obviously they're getting off a big contract. Drew had a huge contract. I think it was expiring soon, which is even worse. And so I think they're kind of trying to open up some space for themselves. I don't think Anthony Simons, right? Is that like he's not going to do anything for that team. He's not a winning player. So I don't see him doing much, man. I think this is very interesting. There's also been rumors floating around that they're interested in or open to trading Jaylen Brown. I mean, so it just shows you that there's just a sense of panic.
They're actively trading for him. Yeah,
That's
they want him out
crazy.
because like the whole luxury tax thing is like kind of biting them in the ass right now too. And yeah, we're gonna see a completely brand new team for the Celtics this coming year, and the year after that when Jason Tatum does come back. So
Yeah,
who
man.
knows what this organization will look like.
It's crazy, like because you're dismantling them in the beginning of the season, and you're a big franchise team, right? You can't eat some of that money with the new owners, but obviously some of the owners are Indian, so of course they're fucking cheap. But you're not even waiting till mid-season to see what Jaylen Brown can do, right? And I mean, if you were gonna do this the whole time, like, oh guys, remember Plan B? If Tatum goes down, we're gonna trade away Brown. Then why weren't you guys in the Luka talks?
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been a better trade, I think, for even Dallas, than getting AD back. But they hopefully have a bright future too this year. Akash, you got anything more on Boston?
Nah, man, I think we're just not gonna see them making that deep playoff run.
Yeah, the East is open now. East is so open.
Which I'm glad. I don't like the Celtics at all. I'm one of the biggest haters for the Celtics, but let's see what happens. Let's see what Brad Stevens can cook up.
Will Tatum even want to stay around after coming back to the team? And it's just fucking him and the bums, right?
Straight up.
And it's crazy. That's what I feel like separates the difference of all-time great players. Like, how many times has LeBron dealt with just a team full of bums, right? And you know where his final destination is, the NBA Finals, right? So we'll get to see Tatum if he's got the dog in him, right? If he's got the it factor to be a great player. Like, great, you have one championship. A lot of players have won championships, but even finals appearances, like, you gotta come back. It doesn't matter who you have on your fucking team. You don't need all the help in the world. You gotta prove yourself before you go asking for the help, right? So then our boys in New York got fucked too, right? They cannot find a head coach after they fired Tibbs. What the fuck? Like, and do you guys think if it would have been different if they knew Halliburton was going to go down and then Boston was being dismantled, that they would have kept Tibbs, or do you think it was a good move or a bad move?
It was a bad move, period. Yeah. Tibbs was a good coach.
Yeah.
I understand he runs those boys, but like that's his coaching style, and he did get them to the Eastern Conference Finals. And look at them now. They thought firing him, people would be attracted to coach for the Knicks, But if I was a head coach and if I was a high performing head coach, I would not want to go to the Knicks because the way you just disrespected the guy who took you to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right
But
after.
whatever. Right after, yeah. As a coach or as a coach, I would be like, this is disrespectful. I don't even want to play with this organization. I don't want to do anything with this organization anymore. And now they're interviewing the South Carolina women's head coach. And if she denies the interview, bro, New York Knicks might be the stupidest organization in the basketball league.
Imagine this, right, brother?
Mm-hmm.
New York, big franchise, right? You fire Tibbs, right? And then right across the street, you see fucking Drew Holiday and Porzingis go away for a bag of chips. And those fuckers could have been on your team, right? All these players that like getting traded, like even Ball for a bag of chips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have built that bench up, but that's the gamble of the NBA. That first time I'm paying so much attention to it, like, damn, you are dumb. You could not just wait fucking one more month, like, you know, just to kind of see it out. I thought they would be like really going after Mike Malone, but I feel like if they don't like that type of temperature, then don't get him. Because he's going to be another Tibbs 2.0, you know, and proven, right? What do you feel about the Tibbs firing Pacers suck? Johnny?
Bro.
You see, that's what happens when you don't put your name.
Yeah, I know. Yo, yeah, I just think the Knicks, it's James Dolan, man. Like, I mean, we've been through the Knicks so many times. The Knicks are just like one of the most poorly ran franchises ever. That's why they never got LeBron James. That's why they never got Kevin Durant. That's why they never got these guys, man. Kyrie Irving, like James Harden. I could go on, man. It's that no one wants to. Steph Curry. Yeah, man. Kobe Bryant. I mean, we could go on forever. LeBron. You know, it's because James Dolan, man. No one wants to play for a franchise ran by goddamn James Dolan. Okay, so I think it's simple as that. You know, the sentiment apparently what the Knicks have been saying is that they felt like Tibbs was more of a floor raiser, not someone who could get you to the ring. So one of those foundational coaches. I think he proved he could this season because of those adjustments he made. I know he made them late. I understand, right? Tibbs' philosophy is I'm gonna play my starters 95% of the game, and that other 5%, maybe one other guy is gonna jump in, right? And that was kind of leading to some problems in the playoffs. But he switched that up. He started utilizing his bench a lot more. It was just a little bit too late. But to me, it shows old dogs can learn new tricks. This guy's a proven head coach. He's coached some of the best players, you know, in the last 20 years, like, for example, Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler in Minnesota. So he's a great coach. I think it's just the classic Knicks move, man. And I know Knicks fans are pissed off, and they should be.
But the common thing with him and two of the bullshit franchises he's been a part of, the Bulls, right?
Mhm.
One of the most awful franchises of all time. Fuck Michael Jordan. And the Knicks. They head office, like it's like you said, though, teaching old dog new tricks. But here's the thing: you still have to spend time with the dog to teach it those tricks. You have to give him the tools to learn those tricks, right? So you have to get the right treats. You have to go out and look for the right stuff. What if both these franchises do to him? Like, they gave him the fucking base 5 players, right? And like play him. Like, no, you guys have to go out and get the fucking bench, right? You guys have to do the talent acquisition, right? So
Acquisition.
Acquisition. No, acquisition. It's a new word. Just saw it in UrbanDictionary.com. But
Yeah.
guys, I have a speech impediment. These fuckers, you know, it's whatever. So
No, man, hold up. I gotta say this. Like, I'm looking at the whole Eastern Conference right now.
Yeah.
If honestly Tibbs was still the head coach, I have the Knicks in the finals next year. If Tibbs was still the coach.
Oh yeah. Now,
right now,
I don't see them doing great though.
For sure.
Versus OKC. If there was OKC next year,
1000%.
Yeah.
I think West is gonna definitely win next year.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Gosh. I agree with you, man. That's a great take.
Cleveland doesn't have that it factor.
Yeah.
And then you got Orlando left. You got Milwaukee, but Damian's not going to be there, so it's just going to be.
Well, don't sleep on Detroit. They've been betting on themselves. Michael Beasley, shout out that dumb fuck. Like, bro, if I was on his team, I'd give him the beats, bro. Because I don't know if you guys watch any of the Detroit series. That fucker, bro, he threw up some fucking like air balls for no reason. Like, how you go from a 20-point game to like a fucking 4-point game, right? And now the betting stuff comes out.
Bro.
But yeah, no, you're 100% right on that, Kosh. Like they'd be there next year. Yeah, East is up for grabs. Like if Cleveland doesn't get it fucking together, I think Cleveland should probably try to go for Mike Malone with all the talent they have. Like, they need an experienced coach. Like they need someone.
Maybe 76ers pulling their shit together next year. I don't know.
I think here's the thing. Paul George, come back to us.
Please.
Come back to us. It's your final year. Halliburton might come back during the playoffs, might not. Right?
Probably
You
not.
come back. Maybe you make it to the playoffs because we're keeping the core. You end your last year here. You go back to the podcast. You become a guest of this podcast, right? Podcast P. We'll love you out here. You've done nothing with your life. You've done nothing with your career. Come on down. Come on down back to Indiana. We'll fucking do a live studio sessions after every game, right? And I think that, like, doesn't that make more sense than him playing for fucking 76ers? Like
I mean,
Joel Embiid's
man,
been an embarrassment.
when has any team with Paul George done anything other than that one Pacers year?
I
Paul
think
George is a coward.
this Pacers team, if Paul George can even be 50% of himself, they could get to the playoffs. That's all we need. We're not trying to win a championship with him. Like, just end his year. Like, make it a little interesting. I don't want to see TJ running point all year. You know,
Yeah.
like so.
But no, you know what? I was gonna mention this when you guys mentioned the Drew Holiday trade. Honestly, bro, Pacers should go out and go get Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
That's the perfect piece for them.
yeah,
You need a veteran at point
Yeah.
who can play defense. Give Andrew Nembhard a little bit of offense to play.
yeah.
Mhm.
Drew Holiday and Andrew Nembhard could go 50-50 on offense, 50-50 on defense. Like, he's a perfect fit. And his wife is from Indiana. So, like, they're Indian. Like, they will be perfect fit for this freaking
I feel like this is gonna be a big year for Mathurin and Nembhard.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen some
I
have
think
some
so,
explosive games.
Oh, yeah.
Some would say Nembhard was exposed on offense a little bit, but I just don't think he gets that much ball time. So hopefully
Yeah.
this year he can become what I've seen him during the regular season, have those 20-point games with ease, right? So
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead,
real
Johnny.
quick then. Since we're talking about the East and West, and
Yeah.
you know, especially the East, its weaknesses right now, what's going on, and then how it's wild card. Just way too early. 10 seconds.
Mhm.
What's your finals pick for next year? Which two teams are going to be in the NBA Finals? Real quick.
For East and West.
Yeah, which
What-
teams are
yeah.
facing off in the finals?
Classic. It's gonna be a classic. Lakers versus Cleveland. LeBron's gonna put the beats on
Wow,
Cleveland
okay.
and make that city remember who the fuck is the king of Cleveland.
This dude said the Lakers. Oh, my
The
God.
Lakers. Brother, I'm back. We're back. All right. We're 0-0 right now. So we're 100%. We're undefeated.
All right, I got it.
All right.
It's going to be Houston Rockets versus the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yo, you took mine.
We
The
didn't
Rockets.
talk about the KD trade yet.
We need to.
Yes.
Yeah, we
but
will.
that's a
Yep.
big trade we're missing out on.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's gonna put the beats on the Western Conference now.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they just made the
gosh.
best move they could have made.
100%, man. That team is deadly. And I was gonna say the Rockets. You took it, so I'll go Nuggets and Knicks. I'll change it up. But yo, you're actually, you know what? Nuggets and fuck it, man. Orlando Magic, sleeper.
So,
Nuggets and Magic. Watch. But man, dude, that trade,
the
boys.
Houston Rockets trade.
That
is-
trade. What the?
It's a little
what,
scary.
What were your initial when you heard the news? What was your initial thoughts on it? How is that team gonna look this year?
Dude, I just looked at it and said Western Conference Finals at least, because they just put together a very young core with one of the most greatest veterans in the league right now
Mm-hmm.
that can score. Give him the ball, he'll give you that consistency of 25 points a game. And then next thing you need, you got Thompson playing defense for you, and you got these young cats running up and down for you.
Mm-hmm.
Stay your ass on offense. And then is Dylan Brooks still with the team?
No, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're fine. They're even
Yeah.
better now, in my opinion. But
Well, when I saw the news, I didn't hear it. I saw him at Fanatics Fest, a clip of it. He
Oh,
was
crazy.
so
Yep.
fucking excited. that's the happiest I've seen KD since forever. I don't think he was even happy in Golden State. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
history wrote that why he wasn't happy. But I think if he plays OKC basketball, you have a lot to deal with in the West. Then, if he's giving you, the years from Golden State, but minus everyone else, because he didn't do much when the rest of the players went down, right? You're just gonna see the same KD results that you've seen in the last few years. But he was so happy and ecstatic. So I think it gives you the OKC killer KD. Yeah, dude, it's a toss up, man. If the coach can get it together for Denver, right, and they're healthy, LeBron and Luka can figure it out. Get them a mediocre big. Keep the core group together. They're healthy. Like there's that OKC, fucking. There's a bunch of contenders in the West that literally you can't really choose who's gonna win the fucking championship.
No.
Yeah.
It's
So
awesome,
I
man.
think KD just made it really fucking tough. Big win for Houston. Man, get that ring for T-Mac. Get that ring for
Bro,
T-Mac.
I mean, and it's crazy because, Bunny, we think about Kevin Durant as, oh, he's not the same. You know what I mean? He's just a vet now. And it's I agree. He's 37.
I think
right?
no. I think player wise, his game is really, it's high level, right? Very good. But I feel like he's a very emotional motherfucker. Like he just fucking like if he's not winning right away, he kind of becomes a baby. But I think this place he wanted to go personally and wants to win there, so it's different, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And bro, this season, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, bro.
Dog.
I mean, he's still a MFer, bro. Like he's nasty. I think he's still a top 10 player in the league, man.
Yeah.
I think the situation wasn't right, man. Because in my opinion, peak KD was that I think 2021 series versus the Bucks in Game 6, Round 2, when he had I think 46, and he missed winning the game by 3 inches because his foot was on the line. I mean, bro, this dude is deadly, and his stats at defending the rim are still excellent. Bro, he's a great player.
He's got to be the number one option. That's the thing.
In the playoffs, he will be, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he'll coast in the regular season a little bit. You get Şengün.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Amin Thompson, who's going to be a future superstar. You have a lot of Fred VanVleet still, which he's not bad, man. He's a championship level point guard at one point, right? So, dude,
big
they have
championship.
a team, man. Okay, hey, man, relax, man. They have a team,
I'll give him his flowers too. For sure.
No, they got a great team. Great team.
He has one more ring than Tyrese Halliburton, all right? He has one more ring than Tyrese.
Bro, KD and Tyrese are a different situation. Yeah.
No, I mean,
he's got one less ring than LeBron, so let's just.
No, I mean Fred VanVleet.
Oh yeah,
Fred
VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet has one more ring than your boy, all right?
Now that championship shouldn't count if we're talking about championships, but
stop it, bro.
Lakers.
I will say this though, like, okay, so yeah, you were mentioning Lakers. I'm about to say the Mavericks. I couldn't mention Mavericks or Warriors. I don't know how Warriors are going to look next year. I really don't know. The way Jimmy Butler kind of showed the way he was playing, I didn't like it at all. And the way Mavericks are going to have a completely new lineup next season, like, I don't know. Because Kyrie's not even going to play until 2026.
If they play as a fucking team, right? Right now, it's all about team basketball. Like, if I'm honest with myself, if I'm sober with myself, man, it's gonna be tough for Lakers to win it all, right?
No shit.
But even Nuggets, how many times are you gonna use? I mean, yes, they took SGA to Game 7, but there was a team. They're playing as a team, not Murray and fucking Jokic. And then Murray, you can't even have a consistent night, right? Mm-hmm. So with the playing against full on teams now, it's gonna be hard. So any topics after this for NBA, and then we'll move on to Reddit. Lakers just sold their franchise to the Dodgers owners. Honestly, I thought the first move would be because Magic Johnson's on the ownership of the Dodgers, that group. I think is it called TPS or something like that? TPS Group, TLP Group, something whatever it is. Yeah. But I thought he was going to come in and fire Pelinka right away. Like, fuck you. Like, you got me out of here, so you get out of here. But So far, a little quiet. I know LeBron just opted in, but do you guys think the Lakers will have and continue their historic franchise history, or do you think this is going to be like a lot of these other big franchises that just sold recently, like Boston, like they're just not willing to spend and keep spending and keep going to luxury tax. Like they're rebuilding. Look at Boston; they're rebuilding sooner than later. Usually, big teams like that, historically, we've known Lakers and Boston will fucking go on 10-year runs where they'll just spend obnoxious amount of money. There's no such thing as rebuild. We'll buy. So what do you think with this new Lakers team, Lakers ownership? Do you guys think it's maybe has potential to be has been with the Bus family or not?
I think the Bus family. I think a lot of what Lakers I think are a little stingy actually because they're owned by a family and obviously they'll give the contracts when they need to, but they're not. They don't spend like some of these other teams have historically, right?
Jeannie hasn't spent like her dad did.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, especially
yeah.
lately, right?
Yeah.
And that's a part of why they sold the team. Man, I think what he did with the Dodgers was insane. I mean,
Yeah.
look at their salary, man.
Yeah.
Their team salaries
Yeah.
out of this world. It's like $1 billion or something, right? Probably more. I think the thing is this team now with this ownership, they're not going to care about the luxury tax. It's kind of going to be what the Warrior. The Warriors spent more than almost any team, maybe in NBA history. They were like 500, 600 million over the luxury. They didn't care because they wanted to win. I think it's going to be a little bit similar here, man. I think this guy doesn't give a shit. I think he's going to be pursuing and he's going to look for anything he can because they have the means to do it. Do I think that's going to translate into like rings right away? No, man. There's too many factors, but they'll definitely be trying, man. But you don't want to end up like Matt Ishbia of the Suns, all right? He did something very similar where he just went wild, start making trades, start giving max salaries, and obviously got KD and that bum Bradley Beal, and look how it turned out, right? So we won't know how it goes. All we can say is that he's going to definitely put into effort and pursue.
Yeah, good take.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Modern day, 208 million payroll, for Golden State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say this: like, I feel like this guy will spend first year to make sure his franchise player stays, which he did. LeBron. Next is Luka, getting him on board, and I think they're gonna start really spending money after that. They're gonna say, "Why wouldn't you want to play with two Hall of Famers?
Yeah.
Or two of the greatest that who ever played the game?"
Yeah.
And the thing why I mentioned the LA Dodgers spending a lot of money is because they secured the best MLB player in the league right now, which is Ohtani, and this guy's killing it. They didn't give a damn about the luxury tax. They just said, we have a crazy lineup already, but we want to still add Ohtani to this lineup because we will know that we're gonna win these championships no matter.
Yeah.
So, and even like Shams reported this morning, he said if LeBron said like if they don't start making some trades, he might be looking at another team.
Yeah.
He might be looking at something that's ready for championship ready right now. So, I think it's gonna be something crazy. I think Pelinka's getting fired, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Before 2026.
Yeah.
Very soon. I think by next year, Pelinka's out the door.
Oh, it's
Bro,
over.
so-
For him.
That money to Gabe Vincent was a waste of money. Like it's like
big
not
time.
worth it. And LeBron needs to be honest, brother. I know you see what I see in Cleveland, and you can go over there and just turn it up 10x. Like, what other team could he go to? Like that can afford his salary, right? That he could win this year. He doesn't have many more years, right? They just got to afford him and Bronny's salaries because they got to go together, right? It's a package deal. Because I feel like they're gonna come into the same issue if he went to like Golden State. There's no big there, so LeBron's got to play big at this age. They're gonna be screwed, right? But
dude, I completely agree.
Any other NBA topics before we get into the Reddit?
I think let's get into the damn Reddit, man.
All right,
Hold
man.
on, one last thing, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, one
Yeah.
last thing. Obviously, the whole NBA draft happened. Cooper Flag, #1 pick.
yeah.
And I know you saw some of the young cats, like that kid Ace Bailey, not wanting to go
Mhm.
to Jazz, and then that kid from that kid
That went
getting
to
picked up
Toronto.
by Raptors.
Yeah. Oh man.
He's like pissed off. Even his girl was pissed off.
because they know how much money they're about to lose.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like these young cats are not grateful anymore,
No, it's
man.
bullshit,
That's
bro.
kind of
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, we've already made our NIL money. Like, this doesn't matter anymore for us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It was kind of sad to see like the way they were kind of holding out, or the kid being upset because he got
Yeah,
drafted by
bro.
the Raptors. Like, dude, he's got drafted in the NBA.
I
Like,
know.
that's huge. So
Yeah. No, 100%, bro. That was crazy, man. I mean, where's the humility gone? You just made the NBA, bro. You should be so grateful. And a couple guys were grateful, man. They didn't care. You saw the tears and that they made it. These other dudes, man, they're too entitled, bro. Like, I don't know what they think the NBA is, man. I can't wait for some of these kids to get humbled, bro. Because a lot of these kids, you know what happens in drafts, man. It's usually the first 5 picks that actually even turn out to be anything. A lot of the other picks, they get chewed out by the NBA. So I'm looking very much forward to seeing these kids get their butts kicked a little bit.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. They've got no intuition on if they weren't in the NBA that they probably wouldn't even make fucking 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lifestyle that you're gonna get, the treatment that you're gonna get, the levels that you can take your game, you're gonna take to,
Mm-hmm.
which they're gonna not acknowledge any of it because you see very mediocre players, and that's where I want to shout out John Morant. Like very, very like him and his dad, the amount of effort they've put into Ja's game over the years, that's someone taking advantage of the NBA, right? A lot of these players come in, think they have it all because they've got their millions. They're not showing up to practice. They're not taking care of themselves in the strength room, the conditioning room.
Zion.
There's very little Lukas out there and very little LeBrons out there, right? That just have
Yeah.
the talent. And then, but also you see a difference between Luka and LeBron, right? LeBron's just getting injured now. So these kids are idiot, but also I feel for the guy in Toronto. Like, I mean, why the fuck would I want to move to Toronto? Like, I get
I mean,
it,
bro,
like,
you lose a lot
but
of money, bro.
brother, the taxes are crazy, right? And I'm sure
They're gonna get fucked.
yeah, when you're living in the States and then you live in Toronto, they're gonna screw him. But
Yeah, they're gonna get screwed, and they're gonna pay taxes on both sides, right?
both
So
sides, right?
they're done, bro.
Yeah,
They're
but
done. Yeah.
with that being said, I do feel like SGA needs to be deported. So Trump, deport his ass. He's not from here. Okay, that ring does not count because he is a Canadian.
Yo, man, Canada's got 2 rings in the last 5 years. Indiana has.
Dang.
who was last year?
Last 5 years, last 6 years. I
He's
guess.
talking about the fucking Raptors.
Yeah,
Oh,
He's talking
baby.
about the
Let's
Raptors.
go.
The championship that doesn't count.
yeah.
So, John, you got write it up, or should I start us
Yeah.
off with it? Okay, you do.
Let's go.
All
Yeah,
right,
let's
All
go.
right, go hit us with one.
And all right, man. Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Let's go. It's Reddit advice corner from your 3 therapists.
Yeah.
I'm joking. None of us are actual therapists. Don't take any of this advice seriously. All right, let's go. This is titled Falling Behind.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, ladies. I want to see if anyone else is in my shoes. All right, wait up, man. I'm 30 and still a virgin. Damn. I mean, no, to each their own. I'm 30 and still a virgin. Haven't had a first kiss, relationship, or anything. Wow. I honestly don't want to date around, and I would love to do all these things only with my future husband. So I'm waiting to get into a serious relationship that is a pure forever type of love. I feel out of place, especially when friends talk about their crazy dating stories or sleeping with this guy and that guy, whatever. And I feel like they look at me like a weirdo, but I don't I don't fit in today's world sometimes. Anyone else choosing to do this and feel similar pressures? Damn. Lot to say.
I don't know. I lost my shit at 14. So, you know, you're missing out. You're missing out, homegirl. Let's call you Sakshi. Yeah, I don't know what advice to give you, man. You've already kind of wasted the best years of your life. Now you're going to learn, what to do in that situation.
Best years, yo, wait. That
You know,
was wild, bro.
because
You wasted the best years of your life.
Because
bro.
I mean, honestly, you learn how to, suck it off at like you should be learning at 15 to 18. Now you're gonna probably be using your teeth for. You probably end up with like a Craig or a Greg, right? One of those finance bros, and your future doesn't seem too bright. I don't think there's many ladies out there unless they're in Afghanistan. No, the Afghani girls probably lose it at like 10 years old, so they even have a head start on you. But yeah, this whole little Korean Chinese lifestyle you're living, I have no advice. You're far behind. I think though, advice is you should like date someone that is addicted, like just has that fantasy of just doing it every day, has high testosterone, so you can learn, you can catch up, right? So it's like a 6-month trial run. But you honestly, I don't know if
I
God
thought you
can
were talking about something completely different, bro.
no. Hopefully God can save you on that. But yeah, that's what I got, man. Catch up, um, give up, and
Okay.
don't use your teeth. So
All right.
My advice would be just to go find a guy and tell them. And I think if you find a nice guy,
a horny
you should
guy.
probably just find a nice guy, probably family oriented, probably lives with his parents still. Who knows? He'll probably be in the same boat, and you guys can do it together, lose it together, and start it brand new.
No.
And
That's
then,
my
but
advice.
here's the thing: there's a high probability of her cheating then in the future, because if she starts watching like 365 days, she starts watching what's the other one? Gray, 50 Shades of Gray. She might be interested in some things that the missionary guy cannot give. Right, the 30 seconds that she's getting
Wow.
every night is not enough, and then she might meet like a Kobe Bryant in a hotel and might get the best that she's
Wow.
ever had. And at that point, you don't tell your husband. You are just exploring, and you need to, just enjoy that shit too.
I mean, that was a little sus that you specifically mentioned Kobe Bryant and said it would be the best she's ever
He's
gotten.
historically the
So,
greatest in hotel rooms. It is what it is.
I mean, man.
What kind of advice you got for this girl, Johnny?
I'm just gonna say, you know what? First of all, I mean, the way she's trying to be like she's on a high horse, right? Oh, my friends say crazy stories about they do this to this guy, or slept with this guy. That's what she said in this question. I mean, yo, why are you, don't yuck someone's yum just because you haven't lost it. It doesn't mean, people that have lost it, they're less than you, right?
Yeah.
Even though some people might think that, so that's crazy. And my second point would be maybe you need to try women, sorry. Maybe you need to try
Yeah.
women. Maybe you need to swing that way. Maybe that's your issue and you're closeted. Just jump out. Just jump out. I have a closet right there. Jump out. All right. It's fine.
It's a great month. It is a great month to do it. It's still LGBTQ plus month. So I think that was a great
Yep.
point, Johnny. Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate it, bro.
Because here's the thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
also, don't downgrade the women that are out here giving the most to
Mhm.
Earth, right? There's women to be mothers.
Shut up.
There's women that should be housewives, and there's women that should be whores. And I respect all the whores. Like, the whores have a room in the society, and they have since Jesus Christ. They have, right? Prostitution isn't a new thing. Even not prostitution. Some girls just choose to be whores. They love sucking a dick. So that's why you need to just suck some dick, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a fair point. Well, that's all I'll say. I'll leave it there. You
Yeah.
said the point, and it was said.
So you choose if you're gonna be Sakshi, if you're gonna be a housewife, a whore, or a dumb bitch. So
All right. That was so hopefully that helps you out, Sakshi. Seemed like we gave some sound advice there.
I've got one. I've got one real quick.
Okay,
Okay,
go.
it's a
Go for
really
it.
simple one. So I'm a 35-year-old gay man, Punjabi, right?
Okay.
And I can't come out to my parents, but I want to marry my boyfriend. What kind of advice would you give me coming from an Indian household on how to approach this topic?
All right, gosh, go for it, man.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
What are
I
you
honestly
talking
have
about?
no
You're a
idea.
part of the G's.
Shut the fuck. No, I have no idea. Good luck. That's all I gotta say. And Godspeed to you, brother. But, Johnny, that's all you, man.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, listen, it's tough being gay in an Indian household, I think, because, you know,
Because
Terrible
Johnny's
advice.
because Johnny's done it before. So
yeah,
yeah.
so No, I mean, it's because, Indian parents are very strict. We've all lived in Indian households. They have some Indian parents might have certain views just because of where they grow up and, might, like threats, right? Like, like I'll, shit there you or whatever, man, it is, right? Um, so it's obviously tough for him, man. This is what I say though. I'm like, embrace your pride, man. One day, your next hall party you go to, instead of wearing a suit, bro, put on that lenga. Put on that lenga and go there and be yourself. And yo,
Here, I understand what Bunny, not what Bunny, what Johnny's trying to say. Is you got to go up to your dad, man, and just if you can't show him, you got to show him. So a perfect opportunity is say, Dad, I'm 35 years old, but I still have to do a project with my friend X, Y, and Z, right? Start making that noise. You know how you're thumping them chicks in in the cheeks in the Motel 6? Make it so loud he has to come upstairs and check. So you show him, right? And if he's not getting the point, then just honestly pin him down. Your dad, pin your dad down, right? And show him what he's missing out on, right? If you're the bottom or the top, then if you're the bottom, then show him what he's got to do, right? If you're the top, then show him what you do. Mm-hmm. And maybe with that pleasure point, he'll understand better that, look, it's only gay if you take it and not gay if you give it. But stay strong, come out. It's your life. You your parents sometime point will forgive you. And if they don't, at least you'll be happy in your gay marriage. Honestly, invite us. Yeah, I'll come.
Best advice, man. Move out of the house. Tell your parents and just say, you know what, this is your decision. This is what you're going to do.
Yeah, man. And be like, if you want to choose to continue loving me, then continue loving me. And if if you can't, I need to stand. I need to be myself. I need to be true to myself, right? So, like Bunny, right? Bunny's he embraces himself and exposes himself as a true Lakers fanboy.
Yeah.
In a LeBron meat rider, and he embraces it. So I think you should embrace, whoever you are truly inside, and man, that's fine.
I represent the L's and LGBTQ, Lakers and LeBron, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
We got another one, Johnny?
If you have another one, man, throw it out. That was a pretty good one, man.
I'll come up with another one. You see if you got anything else.
All right, man. All right. I think I'm gonna go back to a little bit more serious now.
Yeah. We need to tone it down, guys.
All right. Sounds good. All right, so maybe we can name this person. I don't know, Gurpreet?
Gurpreet's fire.
All right, Gurpreet. All right. Has anyone stayed with their spouse after they've cheated? If so, what are your thoughts and how long did things take? Did you ever regret it? We have 2 little kids. How quickly did you decide if you want to stay or leave? What signs did you look for? All right, quick backstory. We had a pretty good marriage. Nothing that was alarming. He recently told me he was on dating apps for the past 5 years. God, how'd you not notice that? And would talk to people, but never acted on anything. However, recently he did engage with someone and ended up sleeping with them. He told me everything and said he is already scheduled to seek help. He's an amazing father and has never not been there for me. It would be easy to walk away if he was not, but he's a great guy. But I don't know if I can see past what he did.
Akash?
What do you think, man?
That's tough, man. I don't condone to that at all, but if he made that mistake and if he is seeking help, then that's great. But damn. I think, especially with 2 kids, you are kind of in that guilt of, you don't want them to have a sick childhood, so maybe I just stay with him. So I think it's fine. Definitely go through some couples therapy, do some therapy together, and see what happens. But if it happens again, then definitely leave his house. But if it's that one time he did slip up, then it's fine.
I think 2 kids or not, you got to make the decision for yourself because you're gonna live that life and that memory, right? So I've said this many times, like it's not the end of the world. You can move on. You can be a single mother and collect child support and let him live his best life, because right now you're kind of being an asshole by being in the way. And
Wow.
Yeah, it's really on her. Like, if you were giving him what he wanted, he would have never done that.
Oh, this is Bunny. Bunny
Here
actually
we go.
He
knows.
would have never
Here we
done that.
go.
Bunny's on this tip. This is actually one of Bunny's
Yeah,
stands on this.
Here we
Uh,
go.
I stand for
Bunny
men's.
stands
I
on
stand
this.
for men's rights, and so
Here-
you gotta
here we
let
go.
him. You gotta let him live his best life, and you're kind of in the way, and the kids. So should have thought of
Wow.
that before you wanted to have the kids. If you dumb
Wow.
dumb.
I'm gonna
I-
say this. We've been talking about being yourself, and people should accept people for being themselves. I think she needs to accept Gurpreet. You need to accept your husband for being himself. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that he shows you that side of him. It means that's who he is. So I would say maybe, consider letting him continue his escapades and
Yeah.
see how that works out for you.
Yeah, don't stay on Reddit. You should probably actually venture off yourself. Get him. I think better than therapy is get
Venture
back.
off yourself.
Go sleep with someone else. You should go sleep with his cousin, or maybe even his maybe your father-in-law or something. And that'll
Wow.
probably be
Oh my
more.
God.
Because look, if he did hurt you, you want to hurt him back, right? Eye for an eye, right? But if he's saying, "Oh, like I love you, but it's just for it was just for fun. I did it for fun. I'm just having a lot of fun." Ask him, were you having fun? If he is, then let him have fun. Don't be in the way. Don't be a cock block. Because right now you're ruining your kid's future, and it's because of you.
Wow. Some pretty tough advice from, Bunny, but I guess, everyone needs tough love sometimes. So,
No,
I mean, Akash, any parting words? Do you agree with what Bunny just said?
That's all I gotta say.
he does agree with everything I say. He has no choice. But with that being said, that was episode 3. Official episode 3 of No Fouls Given, and we do not
No
give any
fouls.
fouls out here. So stay tuned in. We will be posting very soon, and once we post this, we'll probably post a bunch of other shit too. Like, subscribe, all that shit. Listen to our shit, spread our shit, get us canceled, then not uncancel us. Do all that, and see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.